Okay, oh my goodness. You should be out doing something fun because it's a great day. But here in the shop, it's another kind of day altogether. So let's get right to it. Hey, I'm Dave. Welcome to the shop. Got a inspiration. Just came up the other day. Was playing with some polished rocks. We've been polishing rocks. And some of them, not these in particular, but some of them glow when you put a little light on them. Use the back of your cell phone and they light up. Pretty cool. I'd like to have a little display of that. I got a piece of wood right here, and I'm thinking I'm going to put some on it and put some lights in it. I picked up some LEDs. And for those people that know what they're talking about, which is not me, these have their own little resistor in them because there's a problem, I guess, of runaway current drain. Really don't know. But these have little resistors in them, so that's great. I've got a little battery pack with a pant load of batteries in it, which doesn't open all that easily, but it doesn't matter because you don't really have to get in there that much. With 8 AA batteries, so that should provide the 12 volts that these things require. I tried one in my hand the other day, and it produced a light. The light seemed to work. They seemed to glow through the stone. I think enough. This is a first try. I'm prototyping, so to speak. So I've got a piece of wood. I'm going to drill 9 holes in this thing. 5mm holes, because that's what I'm told these are. Like I know what a millimeter is. And the dream is to get holes in, make some little pockets. I've got a router bit on a drill. It's not going to work, but it was a nice idea. I think I'm going to have to chisel them. I can do that a little bit. Anyway, drill some holes, stick some of these things through the holes so they stick up just a little bit, and then make a little frame to go around it. On the underside of the frame, run all the wires together, connect them all, connect them, blah, blah, blah. Make enough room for this. Make some little brackets to hold this in place on the underside. Have it close enough to the edge. This is a problem with buying things off the interweb. You don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. This has a little switch on it. The snag I'm facing right now is a switch is tiny. So I'm thinking I can cut a little hole in the side of the skirt material that we can shove a toothpick in or a nail to turn it on and off. It's just stupid. This is a prototype, don't get on me. Anyway, so there's that. I'm still struggling with whether I screw this in or make it so it comes out. I've got the little soldering things to do. I've got this to stand up. Some stuff to work out. Probably not going to make it all work on this first try, but it's a start. And that's really the trick here, is a start. Oh, even worse, if I snug this thing to the outside wall, so to speak, and cut a little slot in it, not only do I have the wires to contend with, this gets worse, this is also the direction that this thing comes off. So oh well, we'll just I'll have to figure something out. Anyway, stick around. You'll see a little bit of this done, and maybe you'll catch an idea of how to make yours better. That'd be the trick. All right, so let's get to work. First, I want to do a layout. I think the 7x7 is fine. I'll do the layout.
Sure.
Wait a second. I've got some 1/2-inch thick pieces of walnut, black walnut, scraps cut off something else. These had, flaws and whatnot on them. But I think that I can cut these in half or something and make a little frame, maybe a little bit of a rabbit in these things, and have it frame around this thing, and that way I can have sides, darker. This is, wormy copper beach that I've been playing with recently. This is a scrap that was just laying around. That's why I grabbed it. It'll also make the chiseling really effing hard, so that'll be great. And let's see what happens next. Let's see what happens next. It could be fun. I just had this thought. I've got a drill bit. No, I've got a router bit that's got a pilot. It's an old 1/4-inch one with a no roller bearing, just a pilot piece of metal. Might fit down in a 5mm hole, might do my scooping part, because I like these things to be in little scoops. Full disclosure, I tried this already with this. It doesn't work. I can't hold it still enough, but that's sort of what I'm looking for. I don't want, I mean, I'm not going to glue the rocks down, because I want to encourage people to touch them. But I'd like them to be in something so that every time somebody picks up a martini off the counter, it doesn't shift them all around. We have to go chasing them. So let's think about this a little bit more. But let's start out by drilling some holes, getting some layout. I'll show you what I'm dealing with. So rocks, holes, rocks. Look at this. These aren't the rocks. I honestly don't know why these aren't the rocks, but they aren't. So that's what I'm thinking. Something like that. If I put this around it, then I don't have to, in my mind, count extra space for the margins. So I can just sort of play with them like this. I can move them as close to the edge as I would like. So that's what I'm thinking. Something like that. That doesn't seem that hard, right? All right, so this looks like center of this is like 1 5/8 inches that way, and about 1.5 inches that way. The center of this one's about 1 inch, and I moved it, I know, 1.25 inches. So different size stones are going to look different on different edges. You knew that. I'm just catching on. I'm slow. I'm going to go 1.5 inches all the way around, and then strike a spot in the middle, and that should tell me where my holes are going to go. Let's do that. 1.5 inches. I've got these cute little dividers, right? What's nice about them is if you arrange them correctly, they will hook. This little thing will hook over the edge, and so I can get a consistent line. I could measure all this, but shit, why do that? That's boring. So we got that. 1.5 inches. Well, that's dry. That's superbly shitty line. Better. And there. There you go. That's my grid. I love grids. Now I'll split this one in half, which I can do with the dividers, but I'm not gonna. And that's, wow, that is nearly 4. So let's cheat it in a little bit and call that 2. And 2. Plans coming together here. So these are going to be 1.5 inches from the outside edge and 2 inches apart from each other. I'm not sure that that's, a description of perfection, but that's where we're headed. So let's connect those dots. I'm not so much worried about the pencil lines because I'm imagining I'm going to sand the snot out of this thing after I'm done. Make it smooth to the touch. I imagine people are going to want to touch it. All right, so there's my grid, 9 spots. Drill a 5mm hole in each of those slots, and off we go. I ought to check. Got a 5mm hole started in this one. Is that big enough for my light? Ooh, 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 ooh. Baby, oh baby, oh baby. That's super, super, I think. Let's drill it a little deeper. So if I did that, that's super. My light's at the bottom. Is that going to work? Let's do a test run. Let's do a test run on this. It's a little translucent. The world doesn't end if it doesn't work out, but it'd just be nice if it worked out, right? Okay, there's that. And now that. Can you see that? Of course you can. Of course you can. You can see that. Here we go, and well, that didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. Okay, now battery pack is off. Why is it off? This is the third time I've gone to test it and found it to be off. I should look first. All right, and they have that, and that is not a terribly translucent stone, but yeah, that's nowhere near enough. Okay, I have to try that differently. Let's try dropping the lamp down the hole. This could crash immediately. How funny would that be? You know, that 5mm thing I think was aspirational. Just got a rim on the bottom edge that is more than 5mm. Son of a gun. Let's do a little wallering, as they say. I'm going to have to find a place to stuff all the lights, all the wires, excuse me. That's in their ways. Maybe my 5mm and theirs are different. All right, that's just below the surface of my little cutout. All right, try this all again, black on black. Well, that seems bright. All right, look at that. All right, I guess that's, need a bigger scoop because this is silly. These aren't powerful enough. Oh well. I guess I'll have to get some really, really, really clear ones. Okay. One more. Yeah, not working. But you see the point. If these are not the clear ones that I wanted to use, that would work. That would work. Okay, so I need a little bit bigger hole notch than this, which is going to be difficult because 7 inches being what it is. Huh. All right. Well, let's move on from here. There's some really, really virtually clear ones. This should work for those. Okay, let's get this out of there so I don't waste it. Although, how is that wasting it? I'm not sure. Push that out. The nail set. If I had one, I know where they are. Be right back. time I'm pushing this out with the nail set, I'm done. I'll probably have ruined it. Which should be pretty funny. It's not coming out. It's not coming out. It's in there. All right. There's that one. We'll move on. Okay, these holes going to get shifted out to, I had them on 1.5 inches. I think I'm going to move them out another 1/8 of an inch. Yeah. Let's try that. Better. This gets them a little bit further apart from each other, at least in my mind. All right, let's go drill some holes. I'll do that on the drill press.